Today we are here for another book unhaul. I did this before. How are we doing? All right. Okay. Hi there, my name is Margaret Rose and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here for another book unhaul. I did this a while back. This will not be as large of a book haul. So this is just going to be very brief, and I considered doing this as a short, but I kind of wanted to tell you why I'm getting rid of these books. Still a very brief for each of these. There's not a huge reason, but I did want to share that with you. We're going to bring them to a used bookstore, so I will bring you along for that, and then we'll look around to see if there's anything that I'll get. But first off, let me show you what I am unhauling. This is very new to my library. I just picked it up at a free little library. Similarly, I recently picked up The Screaming Staircase by Jonathan Stroud, something like that. It had a little Netflix symbol on it, and I was like, ooh, that's so cool. If I read this, I can watch the series after that. And so I picked it up. And then I saw this in a free little library as well, and I saw the Netflix symbol, and I'm like, yes, please. But then I watched the trailer for these movies, and it definitely did not seem like the kind of storyline that I would like. So I'm not going to be reading this. I will still be reading The Screaming Staircase, which I'm so excited to read this month. But this is not for me, so we're unhauling it. I also picked this up at a free little library. That's honestly where I get most of my books. There's so many in my town, and a lot of them are like brand new. This is Whitebird by R.J. Palacio with Erica S. Pearl. So Whitebird was originally a graphic novel by R.J. Palacio. It is a wonder story. I loved the graphic novel, and then I watched the movie, and then I knew that there was also like a novel coming out, but it's really just by this other author, and they put R.J. Palacio's name on it because it is her story, but she didn't write this novel. It's not her words, if you know what I mean. So I honestly have no desire to read it. I already know the story. I did watch the movie, so we're not hauling this. I also picked this up at a free little library. This is The Housemaid is Watching, and I know that there's like the Housemaid series. When I picked this up, I thought this was the first book in the series, and this series is on my immediate TBR, but this is the third book. I haven't even read the first one, so I'm unhauling this. I kind of have a feeling this is not going to be a series that I'm going to be like super into. I just really want to read the first book, so I don't need this. And lastly, this book I did not get from a free little library. I actually bought it myself. It was kind of expensive. It was like $30. It's a special edition of Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, who wrote the Letters of Enchantment series, which I somewhat enjoyed. I liked the first one a lot. The first book is Divine Rivals. The second book is Ruthless Vows, and I just felt like it was a repetition of the first book and really was unneeded, except to close up the plot of like the political and war that was going on with the gods. But it didn't mean anything to me because the world building I felt like wasn't very well done, and so I just didn't really know what was going on with the gods actually. But I must say, I think I enjoyed this book better than Ruthless Vows, but I like Divine Rivals best of all. This book is a prequel to both of those, and it gives you that backstory with the gods, which I really appreciated, because that was what really confused me with the first two books, and now I fully understand it and I love it so much. But there were a few things in this that I wasn't crazy about. There were a few like sus things in there, and they were fine, but it's not something that I would ever read again, and I don't really want it on my shelf either. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll get a bit of money in it. It's also, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I remembered. It's signed, and I want to tear it out and keep it. I almost forgot and would have sold it with that signature in it. But no, I'm going to rip this out, and I'm going to sell it without it. That also happened, there was a V.E. Schwab book, but when I read what it was about, I was like, yeah, this is not for me. So, but it was signed, so I ripped out the signature. Now I have it. But I don't need the book. I'm keeping Divine Rivals, but that's the only one that I want to keep. We're gonna get rid of this. That is all. So let's get moving to the used bookstore. Alright, I am back. I just walked 7.5 miles. If I can, I like to walk where I like to go. So I kind of went on an adventure. I walked 3 miles there, and then I visited a few other places. It was not in my plan, but it happened. And guys, I got a lot of good stuff. I'm so excited to show you. So first off, I went to the used bookstore, and there were several books that I wanted to get, but I wasn't sure if I wanted them. But I will show you what I did end up getting. 365 Days of Wonder. These are Mr. Brown's Book of Precepts by R.J. Palacio. So in the original book, Mr. Brown is his teacher, and every week or day he has a new precept on the board, just basically quotes from different people. And I love to collect quotes, so, and I love Wonder, so it just kind of works out. Secondly, I got Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is a romance, but I've heard that it's a good way to dip your toe into romance if it's not generally what you read. It is a very slow burn, and it also includes a lot of other things going on, so it's not just totally focused on the romance. So that was it for the used bookstore. I got 7 credits from what I sold. So then I walked through some neighborhoods, and I ran across a free little library. And I got Winterborn: Home for Vengeance and Valor by Allie Carter. I really don't know much about this, but it looks cute. It looks like a middle grade book. It looks like a mystery, maybe slightly spooky. Takes place at a school, and Allie Carter is a well-known author, so I thought it'd be cute. Let me know if you've read it. And then there was this community garage sale, which I went to. There was one house that had like a whole box of books, and in it, guess what? I found The Fault in Our Stars. And this is a much better copy than the one before. And the one at the used bookstore was $5. This I got for $1. So I say that's a bargain. I got another book by John Green, which I've never heard of. It's An Abundance of Catherines. No idea what this is about, so definitely let me know if you've read it. In terms of books, that is it. I also, though, if you're curious, from the garage sale, I got this little, looks like a Thanksgiving or fall. Yeah, Thanksgiving for sure. It's like a little hanger decoration. I got this from my mom because she has something similar like this in our bathroom that's like summer themed. So I don't know, maybe she would want this for the fall. And then I finally got home, and here I am. And that is all for now. Definitely let me know if you've read any of these books, but I think I was very successful. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.